I'm Danny Massey, Superintendent of Schools for Brazosport ISD. I want to thank you for your willingness and dedication to volunteer and serve our students and staff on one or more of our 19 campuses. Our volunteers provide many wonderful programs and opportunities to support our students and staff. Students build relationships with our caring mentors and volunteers. They look forward to having these special helpers come through our doors each and every week. Thank you for graciously giving a most valuable resource, your time, to help support our amazing students and staff. There is no better way to have a positive influence on our future than to impact a child. BISD is stronger because of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Massey, and thank you, volunteers, for taking a few minutes to view this orientation training video. In BISD, we believe that collaborative partnerships are vital to strengthening the learning experience. Thank you for being a key partner in our education process. When you are finished with this presentation, the expectation is that the following goals will be met. We want to ensure positive volunteer experiences for adults and our students. We want our volunteers to understand their roles and responsibilities. And we will familiarize you with school procedures and practices. We want to help you be prepared for an emergency situation if one arises. And training ensures we are aligned with school and district policies. Likely you have been through our district volunteer process, but if you know of someone interested in joining the volunteer team, please share these simple steps for getting started. Complete the online registration process. The process includes a criminal history record check. We ask that you view this brief, informative presentation, and remember you must reapply every school year. Because safety is extremely important in BISD, we ask that you bring a photo ID, that you sign in and out each visit, and that you always wear your name badge. This safeguards our students and maintains campus security, helps us locate you in case of an emergency, and lets us recognize and thank all volunteers for their service. Remember, you are working under the direction of school staff. Instructing, supervising, grading, and disciplining students are school staff responsibilities. They are ready and willing to help if you need. Just ask. Please arrange alternate care for siblings if possible. Before coming on campus, remember to self-screen for signs of illness. We ask that if you are exhibiting symptoms of illness, that you call and reschedule for another time. Health is an important safety measure for all of us. Let's go through a few reminders of what we will call the Volunteer Code of Conduct. All of these ethics of behavior are very important to maximize the success for both the campus and the volunteer. Impartiality means we respect the diversity of students and don't show favoritism. Confidentiality is vital. Do not discuss school matters or student concerns outside the classroom. Respect for administration. A volunteer shall respect the school staff and follow the teacher's directions. Be dependable. Always be on time or call ahead in case of an absence. Be a positive role model in behavior, speech, dress, and attitude. Professionalism, courtesy, and flexibility are all valuable assets of a volunteer. And be positive and encouraging. Speak kindly and with words of encouragement to the child, boosting their self-esteem. We ask that you refrain from using criticism to motivate students. So that you will be familiar with district and school policies, we will look at these 4 key areas of best practices when interacting with students and staff. They are confidentiality, non-discrimination, emergency response, and discipline. First, confidentiality is so very important when working on a campus with students. Many things you will hear or see are subject to student confidentiality laws. Never pass on confidential information about a student or their family. Volunteers shouldn't ask a student personal questions that will invade their right to privacy. However, a volunteer should listen without judgment if students wish to share. If a safety or at-risk issue is revealed, a volunteer should share this information with the student's teacher or an administrator. You are required by law to tell the principal or administrator if you suspect abuse. Secondly, BISD strictly follows the federal and state policies in place to ensure students have a positive and safe learning environment. We don't tolerate discriminatory or harassing behaviors. Harassment is defined as physical, verbal, or nonverbal conduct based on race, color, religion, disability, national origin, gender or sex, age, or any other protected status. Harassment is conduct that substantially interferes with an individual's educational or work performance. On the BISD website under District, you will find board policies. These standards are for employees and students, but it is important to follow the same guidelines while on the campus. You can go to the website anytime and review these policies for employee and student welfare. Third, each campus is equipped with the Standard Response Protocol poster, which is accessible close to the front door of the room. This poster will list the actions to take in an emergency. Make sure you know the situational emergency protocols for the campus. For example, what to do in case of fire, bad weather, or a campus intruder. Each secondary classroom has an emergency go bucket stored in the room. Please locate this bucket before an emergency arises. The bucket is black in color with a yellow lid. These go buckets are stored in strategic locations at the elementary campuses, so please check with your supporting teacher to know these locations. We ask that you know the evacuation routes, know the emergency exits, and identify the campus staff members that are trained in CPR and the AED equipment. House Bill 496 requires that all staff, teachers, students, and volunteers be trained in how to stop the bleed. If you have not had this training, watch for district or campus training dates and times. You can also ask the campus administrator how to meet this new requirement. Each teacher should have access to the BISD Emergency Operations Plan for you to see if you are interested in learning more. Fourth, principals and teachers are in charge of the campus. Discipline rests with them and other campus staff. If you are concerned about unacceptable behavior, notify the appropriate campus personnel immediately. Never discipline a student yourself. Remember to not discuss the situation with anyone other than the administrator. Finally, here are a few more extra tips to make your volunteer experience meaningful and effective. Smile. Be a good listener. Show patience when working with students. Use a kind, encouraging tone of voice. Give a student your undivided attention, and avoid physical contact with students. Please don't hesitate to ask for help if you have any questions or are unsure of what to do. We are happy to help you help us. Thank you so much for giving of your most precious resource, your time and talents, to help us provide an exceptional education for the students of BISD. We believe volunteers are a critical component in reaching our goals. Please contact Sharon Ritchie if you have a need, or the Campus Volunteer Liaison can also assist you. Thank you.